Hi everyone. The trailer of the new Star Wars Episode 9 is finally out. And without any further ado, we're going to watch it right now. A lot of breathing.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now.
What's that?
But this is your fight.
It's Luke's voice, isn't it? Orlando. Whoa.
We'll always be with you. No one's ever really gone.
That's Palpatine? Oh my god. Oh my god, the Rise of Skywalker. I love it. I love the name of this movie. I love this. Oh, that was good, man. I mean, after the disappointment of The Last Jedi, well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I have a lot of faith in J.J. Abrams. And that trailer looked pretty good. It obviously didn't really reveal too much, but obviously Rey is now a Jedi, and that was Luke Skywalker's voice in the beginning. And he was talking about the 1,000 generations that live in her now. We obviously see that she's developed in the Force. She does that. She jumps back into that ship. I think that was Kylo Ren's ship, I think. We saw Lando Calrissian in this trailer. But the most important thing, I think, is that in the end, that laugh was certainly sounded like Palpatine. And I love the title. I love The Rise of Skywalker. It just has something about it that sort of ties in everything from the past and the present. The Rise of Skywalker. Could that mean that he comes back to life, like the rise of Christ? Or is it like the rise of Rey? Is Rey a Skywalker? Or is Rise of Skywalker? What else could that mean? Could it be the reincarnation of Anakin Skywalker? Who knows? I've been saying it for a long time, right from the time of The Force Awakens, that I think there's going to be some element of reincarnation in this particular trilogy. We didn't see that happening in The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi, but I still feel that there's so much similarity between Anakin and Rey. Things like we don't know who the parents are. Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber just calls out to her in The Force Awakens. Then when she's fighting with Kylo, the lightsaber goes to her. And I just feel that there's something about Rey that we're going to see. She's sort of born with the Force, kind of like Anakin was. And it just makes perfect sense that she's reincarnated. Anakin is reincarnated in Rey, kind of perhaps to, to work out the bad karma he did as Anakin when he became Darth Vader. And if we're going to see Palpatine in this movie, it's sort of like Anakin's, well, I won't want to call it revenge, but maybe he's making up. Or maybe Palpatine gets reformed too. Who knows, man? I mean, I think that there's going to be this element of reincarnation in this movie. Coming back to the trailer, there was this scene just before you hear Palpatine's laugh where you see, I think that was the Death Star, which looks like, like in some water body, right? So we've seen 2 Death Stars in the Star Wars saga, Episode 4 and then again in Episode 6. And Episode 4, the Death Star blew up. Remnants of that could have fallen on Yavin. But I don't think that was Yavin, because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Yavin... was Yavin there in The Force Awakens? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little confused. But chances are that could be Endor. And although we didn't see any oceans on Endor in Return of the Jedi, but, when you look at Endor from space, I don't really recall, but I'm sure it was sort of like Earth-like, so it had some blue, so it probably had some water in there. Endor, I think of it, was the place where Palpatine actually died, supposedly. And if part of the Death Star has fallen on Endor, maybe Palpatine is going to rise from Endor. This movie, I hope, really ties up a lot of loose ends. Like, we still don't know how Luke Skywalker's lightsaber ends up at Mos Katana's place in The Force Awakens. And as we know, Luke Skywalker lost his lightsaber on Bespin at Cloud City. And we see Lando in this movie. Do they pick Lando up from Cloud City? Or is it sort of a flashback? Are we going to see multiple flashbacks in this movie? Like, are we going to see how they recovered Luke's lightsaber in the form of a flashback? Who knows? Anyways, that was my take, guys, on the new trailer, the first trailer of Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. And I'm very hopeful that J.J. Abrams and the team sort of set up Star Wars for the next, the next era, the end of one saga, the Skywalker saga, and the beginning of several other Star Wars sagas or stories or trilogies. So that was my take, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and click on the like button and on the bell button for notifications. Thank you, and may the Force be with you.